Thankfully, it's not a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We are live, week 2 of prep football and hometown highlights. I'd like to thank our guests, the Mesick Bulldog Marching Band, in studio with us tonight, and we're going to get right to it. Cross-conference matchups, another common theme early on in the prep football season. This week, it seems like the Northwest Conference, which the Bulldogs are a part of, and the Lake Michigan Conference, they drew up a plan to really go head-to-head, it seems. 4 games tonight between the two leagues. And interesting to note, there have been talks between those two leagues of possibly merging for football next year. So maybe that's what we're getting right now, a little taste of future conference play. They are non-league games at the moment, though. Kingsley visiting Elk Rapids, our first highlight tonight. Opening drive for the Elks, Tice Grace. This guy's a handful. He gets a handoff, and he dukes and dodges everybody. A beautiful 40 yards worth of work. Later in that drive, QB Adam Troutman. He's done a QB sneak before, and he's going to do it again, and the fans love it. 7-0 Elk Rapids lead. Next Elks drive, more Grace. This time, it's for 25 yards, and this is going to be a TD score from Mr. Grace. 14-0 Elks. Gray's stat line on the night, only 4 runs, but they totaled 100 yards worth of work and 2 scores. Start of the second quarter now. Cheerleaders, they're in prime position. Troutman definitely ready to go. Pitches to Logan Sintiri. Sintiri for 20 yards. And it's going to get him inside the 10, and they like that play so much, they're going to go ahead between the two guys and pitch it to him again. Troutman to Sentiri. The replay on the other side, and this finishes off another drive for the Elks. 21-0, they lead at this point, and they are for real. They win this one final 40-0. Talked to head coach Ed Schindler after the game. He said, hey, we're just having fun out there, and it looks like fun is indeed being had by all. Maybe not Kingsley so much. The Charlevoix Red Raiders hope they can extend their win streak to 2, if you can call 1 a win streak. Nate Edwards believes so. He was filming this highlight against Glen Lake. The Lakers, Carter Lee drops back, finds Thomas waiting for a first down. Next play, Lee rolls out, pitches to Trevor Apsey. Uh-oh, this could be dangerous. Big man runs for a first down. They fail to score on the drive. The Raiders with the ball. Luke Klinger drops back, finds his receiver, Shane Sutherland. 25 yards gain there. A few plays later, Sam Hovey gets the ball. The ball is stripped, though, out of his hands into the hands of a teammate. You don't see that too often. It's out again, though. Lakers capitalize with a fumble recovery. Then they're putting some points on the board. Lee looks all the way to Waning, and you can put the pieces together there. A huge gain. Lee, again, takes it into his own hands, or his feet in this case, and that boy is off. 100-yard dash for him, maybe a 25-yard dash. Beautiful touchdown score. Glen Lake rolls for the shutout win on the road, 28-0. Harbor Springs drumline, they're ready to go. They're playing another cross-league game against Frankfort. Both these teams very impressive in week 1. Let's see what happens in week 2. Frankfort gets the ball first. David Loney, the QB, swings right, decides to cut through the line. He dodges tackles, comes up short of the end zone. 2 plays later, Loney finishes what he started, pushes it through and extends his hand across that end zone. Cheerleaders loving that. But this is where things get ugly. David Walker for the Rams gets the handoff, and he makes it look easy as he trots into the end zone. 41 yards on the ground there. Next Rams drive, Walker will do it again, and this one was a little bit farther than 41. This one was actually 70 yards, and the Panthers are not able to keep up with him. The Rams scored 34 unanswered points in the second half, and they go on to win in impressive fashion at home, 40-12 tonight. I did stutter, but it was 40-12. Tailgating time up in Suttons Bay. Norseman hosting the Blazers. First offensive play for Kalkaska. Will Noble goes to the air. Justin Holtz says, hey, I got it. Runs right past his assistant coach, and I think he whispered to him, he says, I'm going for 6. And he's going to go for 6, and check it out. He's going to dive off the diving board to end it, or maybe just stumble, one of the two. Maybe his shoes were untied. Denard Robinson reference there. 6-0 lead for Kalkaska. Norseman staying aggressive, though. They pounce on a Blue Blazer muff punt return. Zach Braden is the big fella, 88. He's going to be at the bottom of that pile. Gives Suttons Bay the ball still. They'd fail to score on the possession. Noble on the next drive for the Blazers. Back through the air, and it's Holtz again. It stays in bounds. And yes, please bow to your adoring audience, at least the Kalkaska fans that made the road trip over to Suttons Bay. Blazers win tonight 26-7. To Mesick we go. The Pep Band is ready to see these highlights, or maybe they're not. We'll have to see. In the second Toss to Jacob Truesdale. Truesdale outside for a big gain. We're going to check in on some Bulldogs defense, though. They're buckling down. QB Dylan Allard drops back to pass, but he's going to get picked off by Billy Bardo. I've heard Billy's a great guy. The band was telling me about him right before the game. He makes an impressive play here. The Trojans, though, are going to air it out, which they seem to do a lot, do they, in Lake City. This one, Drew Marion is the QB to Kevin Kunkel, and you're going to miss Kunkel because he's already way ahead of the cameraman. He's in the end zone for 6. Trojans running away with this one, 56-0. Oh well, we'll get more Star Wars music. It's all good music, it's all good. East Jordan hosting Hillman. Both teams put up 55 points each in their opening victories last week. Let's see what happens here. Red Devils already up 6 in the first. The punt return here. Senior Noah Backus showing why he's a leader on this team, eluding everybody. This makes it 12-0, and they're going to go for 2 on the conversion. Noah Raymond delivers. Everybody does love Noah Raymond. The Tigers put themselves on the board, though, as well here. Mason Van Pamel is going to be the receptor for Hillman on that score, but more East Jordan here. Lots of scoring in this one. Raymond again coming up with a receiving touchdown. Pick him up on your high school fantasy team. Impressive catch there. Dustin Hedgeka then would add another score here for the Red Devils, and they in East Jordan are very happy because they're starting the season 2-0. They win 42-26 tonight. All right, welcome back to Hometown Highlights. You just heard the Mesick Bulldog Marching Band, gracious enough to join us with their presence, the Pep Band of the Week. They sound great, and in rare form, it's only week 2. Well, entering week 2, you're either riding a wave of momentum from a win last week, or you're trying to regroup from a loss to avoid an 0-2 hole. Traverse City St. Francis trying to erase the memory of last season and missing the postseason in the first time in more than 20 years. They came up short in their home opener last week, 28-7, losing to New Lothrop. Now they get another hungry opponent, 0-1 Gaylord at Thurlby under the bright lights. Still scoreless in the second quarter. Steven Fitzik finds Zach Pasternak, who scampers, and boy, does he elude some defenders. Unfortunately, number 7 is going to pull him out of bounds for the Blue Devils at the 25-yard line. They're hoping to get some more points here, though. Fitzik, looking through the air, lands in the hands of Joe Tuzinski in the blue uniform, though. So that's an interception, and that's going to give the Gladiators possession. Parker Gus, the QB, finds Joe Trucco near the sidelines. Trucco gets a good block, and he is off, getting brought down at about the 5-yard line. I think he can piece the rest together from here. Byron Bola from the famous Bola family dives into the end zone to put 7 on the board for the Gladiators. And it would be a good night for them. They would score 2 more touchdowns. Gaylord would only score 1, 21-7 the final. Let's go to an exciting one in Mansalona. They're hosting the St. Ignace Saints. The band's ready to go. Fourth quarter, St. Ignace with the ball. Picture perfect throw and catch to Kyle Winkleman, who brings the Saints to 18 points, down 2. They're going to go for the conversion. Tyler Snyder connects with Winkleman to tie the game at 20-all, and we're going to overtime, folks. It's a rarity in high school football, but we're getting it here. St. Ignace gets the TD on the 4th down try from the 10-yard line. They're looking good. Now it's Mansalona's possession to see what they can do. And maybe we don't get the Ironman possession, but I'm going to tell you what happens in this one. Mansalona's possession. Oh, here we go. I spoke too soon. We're going to let it unfold for you. They're going to try and score here, but it's going to land in the hands of a St. Ignace Saint, and that's going to secure it 26-20. The final, the Saints win in overtime. From Mansalona to Manton, where the Rangers were taking on the Warriors of Forest Area in the first quarter, a low punt to number 20, Paul Korn, and Paul Korn is a dangerous man on punt returns. Don't believe me? Watch the highlight. Turns on the Jets, and the punt return is good. PAT was blocked, but still, it's good to start a game at 6-0 if you ask me. Still in the first Forest area on the move, but the Rangers are going to put up a brick wall. Crunch City. Not my favorite breakfast cereal. Keith Brotherson and Matt Skibber making it happen. In the second, Warriors near the goal line. Austin Vance hits Justin Blake for 6. 2-point conversion is good. It's now 14-0. Then still in the second, more Vance to Blake. These guys are good buddies. You can tell that much. This time a deep ball. They were clicking all night long. The Warriors go on to win this one on the road, 25-16. Sheboygan heading north of the bridge to play Marquette. QB Brett Place is the Redmond QB, and he's a dangerous one. Finds Kurt Burmeister 26 yards here 7-0 Redmond. Under a minute to go now in the first place. Passes to David Bayshaw. A great catch by Bayshaw. First down near the 20. Another place to Burmeister TD pass would make it 14-0. Still in the first, though, Sheboygan's Nick Bevier takes a handoff, goes 26 yards into Marquette territory for the first time, and then Austin Ginop is going to show the strength of the shoe. A 29-yard field goal gets the Chiefs on the board, but the Redmen take this one tonight, final 35-3. We're going to let the Mesick Bulldog Marching Band play for you one last time to close out Hometown Highlights. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you.